Okay. I don't know if you can tell on here or not. This right there is Gainesville. If we move this down, you can see Jacksonville, Florida is right here. And I'm going to zoom in. I want you to understand. This is on Google Maps. And if you go in just below Jacksonville, Florida, and I'll give you the coordinates that you can actually go to Google Maps and type in. But found this quite interesting. You might, once you zoom in on the satellite imaging, this is an Air Force base. You can see the airstrips that go here, up and down and across. I want you to take a real close look. This is very interesting. Again, you'll notice the Air Force base is hidden with the trees and things like that, so a lot of people can't see. But this is one of the main airstrips here. You have airstrips going this way and this way, and this one here. But if you zoom in really close, you can see there's a bunch of things sitting on those airstrips. I don't know if you can make that out on here or not. But if you do, or if you can look, you can go in here. Here's the beginning of the airstrip. Let's just go in as close as we can get on this. This is UN vehicles, folks. Are you paying attention? This is just below Jacksonville, Florida at the Air Force Base there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, and they are 5 across over here as well. So that right there in that first row is 10 UN vehicles. These are like vans, what we used to refer to as paddy wagons. But if you go down through there and look at this as you're scrolling along, these are all UN vehicles hidden on an Air Force landing strip back, well, behind places so the people in the populace on the outside can't see. Just going on and on and on. Someone had said there's probably about 4,000 of them. Again, you can see these are all UN vehicles. Why so many, and why hidden in an Air Force base? When you get down there to where it crosses, you can see they go both ways. I'll go ahead and just go down this way to start with so you can get an idea of just how many. You can go in there and look at this and count them yourself. This just bugs me a little bit. Should bug everybody, I guess, with all the things that are going on. The new military deployment. So there's where it stops. Let's zoom back out here a minute so we can, let's see if we can go back up. Okay, where it crosses there, we can see. Now, that's all UN vehicles, y'all. Let's go down here. Let me pull it down so you can see. And again, this is just below Jacksonville, Florida. They start here, and we can go this way this time. And you can see, and again, they're usually set up in 5 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So these aren't as perfectly organized, but they go all the way down this way too. So that's a lot of UN vans, isn't it? Wow. And then, yeah. Oh, God. It's a lot. What do you think they need all those for? You know, everybody's seen all the FEMA coffins, and everybody's seen all of, you know, talk about the FEMA camps and all that kind of stuff. I mean, there's just so much stuff in there. See how it's all surrounded by woods? Anyway, so I will give you the coordinates, if you'd like, that you can actually take and copy and paste. But right there's the airstrip. And that whole thing there and going across there. Now, if you look over in this area, this is actually containers. End Time 77 had done something on one of the FEMA camps there. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to zoom in and miss that. So now you got to look at all those vehicles again. I'm sorry. I'm sure you guys will see some of these vehicles soon enough. They're talking about the possibility of evacuating. Oh, and by the way, this right over here, you guys can go look at all this, but these are train tracks. You can see the train cars and stuff that are lined up there on the side of that. Let's see, I was going to show you the containers. There's a bunch of containers right here on this part. I'm not sure what all those are for, but there's a lot of them. You can see all of these. They're just sort of stacked on each other. These are the long ones. These are probably the 40-footers. These would probably be the 20-footers, the way they're stacked. And there's a bunch of containers. Now, of course, any base has got containers, but the one End Time 777 had looked at out there. She said these were building up a lot. Now, if we go down here On the bottom of that it says imagery is 2010 GOI. So when this photograph was actually taken from satellite, I'm not sure of what the date is, but like I said, this is quite interesting. That's the Air Force Base there with all those UN vehicles. Now let's see, let me see if I can do this so that you can get a bird's eye view. I'm going to move this just a minute, so bear with me. It's going to be shaky probably, but I want you to be able to see the coordinates. This is on Google Maps, and there's the coordinates. 29.97213, comma, dash 81.660047. You can type that in on the search, on the maps right there, and it will automatically pull up that coordinate. So all you got to do is basically you can take and highlight that coordinate, paste it into the search on the maps, and of course it will take you down there to that airstrip, and you can look at that. And you can see where it's located on the map. Again, you can do it by the satellite, but it's just below Jacksonville, Florida, and quite interesting. Wow, I really went out, didn't I? Now the oil spill and all that is going around over in here, and we know that now they're saying that it is the size of Maine. I apologize for that not being really focused right there, y'all. Bear with me. But yeah, this is, and they're talking about the possibilities of evacuating the area. Of course, we know that the military is already being deployed as far as our National Guard. They're also calling for the National Guard to be deployed because we're having problems, I guess, somewhere over here around the borders and things to Mexico. And wow, there's just so many things going on at once, y'all.
National system. But America has not succeeded by stepping out of the currents of cooperation. We have succeeded by steering those currents in the...
Okay, I want you all to get this. This is really important. He's talking about our international. Now, he talks about a new international. He wants them to be a police force, our own military to be a policing. And he calls it, instead of the New World Order, he says a new international order. International means the same thing as world. Pay attention.
Direction of liberty and justice. So nations thrive by meeting their responsibilities and face consequences when they don't. So we have to shape an international order that can meet the challenges of our generation.
You getting that? We have to shape an international order. It's the same thing as saying we have to shape a world order.
We will be steadfast in strengthening those old alliances that have served us so well, including those who will serve by your side in Afghanistan and around the globe. As influence extends to more countries and capitals, we also have to build new partnerships and shape stronger international standards and institutions. This engagement is not an end in itself. The international order we seek is one that can resolve the challenges of our times.
Okay, an international order, New World Order, whatever. The UN vehicles, all of those there, what is that about? The big oil spill and the way that that is moving in. You know, I've had a vision, many people have talked about the water looking like blood. Check out the oil spill, right? There's so many avenues and so many things going on. I'm sure I'm not going to get it all in this video. I just wanted to give you an update on the UN vehicles. I think everybody needs to be paying attention. Hey, y'all go in there and find out on Google. Check out all the military bases. See who all's hiding what, right? But they're there for a reason, I'll grant you. Ultimately, folks, there is so much happening at once. We need to make sure that we are right with God. Above all, we need to have our spiritual connection there. You understand what I'm saying? Without God, you have no hope. And of anything. It doesn't matter what the situation. But we're looking at economy collapse. We're looking at the border situation. We're looking at the whole environmental catastrophe. We are on the front with Iraq, with Afghanistan, with Pakistan. North and South Korea now is a problem. We're getting involved in that. We have aircraft carriers en route to the Mediterranean over there somewhere. You know, there's so much going on at once. And now, and the whole Iran against Israel deal, all of these things, the commotions and the calamities around the world, add in all the earthquakes and the other catastrophes.